In 1971, a woman vanished from a locked car in broad daylight, and no one has ever found a trace. On a day in 1971, Marie Giles got into her own car. Her boyfriend was driving. She was in the passenger seat, slumped down, and that image, that single moment, is everything we know for certain about what happened to her. It's the only detail that survived. No one remembers what she was wearing. No one recalls where they were going or why she was slumped like that. No one documented the time, the exact location, or even which day it truly was. Just a woman in a passenger seat, and then nothing. That moment became the entire foundation of a mystery that has never moved forward. The search for Marie began immediately after her boyfriend reported her missing. When authorities located her car behind a shopping center just minutes away from her Tampa home, they expected to find answers. Instead, they found a puzzle with no pieces. The vehicle itself was undamaged. The doors were closed. There were no signs of struggle, no broken glass, no blood. Marie's purse, her identification, her belongings, all of it had vanished along with her. She didn't walk away from that car on her own terms. She couldn't have simply decided to leave everything behind and start a new life. Yet the physical evidence tells a story of absolute absence. No clothing caught on door handles. No footprints leading away from the scene. No witnesses reported seeing a woman fleeing the location or being forced from the vehicle. It was as if Marie had been erased from that moment the instant the car came to rest behind the shopping center. The discovery raised more questions than it answered. How does a person disappear from a locked vehicle without leaving behind even the smallest trace of their departure? Was she already gone before the car was abandoned? Or did something happen in those final moments that removed every shred of evidence from the scene? The car and the void around it remain the only concrete details in Marie Giles' entire disappearance. What makes Marie Giles' disappearance so profoundly unsettling is not what investigators found, but what they never found at all. 55 years have passed since that day in 1971, and the case file remains almost entirely empty. Detectives have almost no information about Marie's personal background, her family, her employment, her daily life. The boyfriend who was driving the car that day has never been fully identified in public records, and his account of events remains the only narrative anyone has ever heard. No one knows what was said during that car ride. No one knows if there was an argument, a medical emergency, or something far more sinister. The shopping center where the car was found has long since changed. The witnesses, if there ever were any, have either never come forward or their statements were lost to time. What makes this case so frustratingly blank is the complete absence of context. There are no theories based on evidence, no suspects based on investigation, no motives based on relationship dynamics. Marie exists in the historical record almost as a ghost, a woman reduced to a single moment, slumped in a passenger seat, and then nothing. No crime scene analysis. No interviews released to the public. No direction for anyone trying to solve what happened to her. 55 years have passed since Marie Giles sat in that passenger seat. 55 years of silence. Today, her disappearance exists in fragments, a few identical lines copied between missing persons databases, her name appearing and reappearing in the same databases with no new information attached. No leads. No suspects. No direction forward. The case file itself appears to be nearly empty, as if the investigation simply stopped and never resumed. Marie has become a statistic, a name without a story, a face without context. There are no podcasts dedicated to her vanishing. No television specials have revisited her case. The boyfriend who was driving has never been named publicly in available records, or if he was, his identity has been lost to time as thoroughly as Marie herself. She had a life before that car ride, family, friends, a history, yet almost none of that survives in any accessible form. Marie Giles vanished not just from that vehicle behind a shopping center, but from public memory entirely. She became a ghost twice over, once when she disappeared, and again when everyone forgot to keep looking.